Aloha. Welcome back to You Are Your Own Beloved. Let's assume the position. Sit with a tall spine. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. Focus on your third eye. Take your thumb and point your finger gently together to touch. Deep breath in through your nose, letting your belly relax and expand like a big balloon. Pausing at the end of your inhalation. Audible exhale through your mouth for twice as long. Deep breath in. Let all your thoughts dissolve, all your stress and strain drain away. One more time. Breathe naturally. And let's hang out here for a minute, suspended in time and suspended in the space of stillness, of beingness, of isness. Breathe into your heart and allow your mind to continue to be quiet and serene. If we can enter in this space of stillness, in the space of beingness, of isness, every day, especially in the morning, before you go off into the world where there is a gazillion million different energies that you're interacting with and colliding with, and your to-do list and the busyness, and there's so many moving parts to life now, right? Don't you feel like, as simple as I try to make my life, that's why I moved here, still like somehow we just complicate it or make it so busy again with so many things. And I guess that's just part of life, part of being here in this physical world of form. We're never going to get away from like, okay, there's nothing to do. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I really try hard to create time and space where it's just like nothing and just like relax and enjoy. But right now, life just seems too busy, right, and too overwhelming. And I think when I'm speaking for myself, I probably speak for most people, because the people that I'm interacting with and speaking to all saying the same thing. It's just a lot right now. And so trying to find that balance, and I think that I wasn't sure what I was going to do in this video today, but I think that the best that we can do is find our balance, and not, and also know that there's going to be times in your life where you're going to be out of balance, and that's okay too. You know, I have this sage going because I was like full on. I have to sage myself in this space before I present myself to the world, because I was feeling lots of just ugh. And so balance is tricky because when you're juggling so many things in your life, and you have responsibilities, and maybe you're a caregiver and you're taking care of different beings or people or places or things, you know, and then you're trying to just find time for yourself. Like it can be overwhelming. So just know that there's times in your life where you will be out of balance, and that's okay. Um, but in those times when you feel like you're being drained and there's not enough time for you, what I would suggest is to make time, even if it's just an hour a day. And if you want to break it up, a half hour in the morning, a half hour in the evening, or maybe you get an hour in the middle of the day, to just do something for yourself and give back to yourself. So when I was a single mother and I was working 2 jobs, the only time that I had to myself was my lunch hour. And at the time, I remember I was working at Merrill Lynch, and I would take my lunch hour and I would either go to the gym, or I would bring my rollerblades to work with me, and I rollerblade in the parking lot, or I'd just go for a jog through town. I lived in a nice town, and the gym was like right down the road. So I would do something that was like a physical release, because energetically I needed that. At the time, I didn't know that it was all about energy. I just knew if I didn't let go of some of my intenseness, I was going to kill someone. Like I was just going to implode. And so I needed that physical release. And I've pretty much been that way my whole life, where it's like I didn't understand what it was, but I just knew if I don't work out, or if I don't go for a run, I will implode and or explode on somebody else. And a lot of the times it was on my daughter, the poor thing. So what I learned later in life is like it's energy. So like when you're an empath and you're a sensitive being and you're taking in a lot of energies, and you have to process it. You have to move your body to let it go. I mean, there's no way else you can do it. You got to move your body. You got to breathe it out. That's why, like, you know, I started jogging again, and it's just like a mile. That's it, and it's a slow jog for a mile. But I feel so much better when I'm doing it. Swimming, get into the ocean, and I swim, and it's also the salt water is just releasing and cleansing and purifying. It's like breathing and sweating it out. It's not just about your physical body. It's about your energetic body. And we're not even aware that we're taking on or we're holding on to all this. It could be our unresolved energy. It could be other people's energy streams that we're getting entangled with. You know, our family members, our friends, just the community, or people that we're intertwined with. It's just like all this energy that we're processing, you know. That's what this Physical Friday video is going to be about. It's like physical exercise is necessary, and it's not just about keeping your body strong and cardiovascular for your heart and for your muscles and your joints. It's about energetically, you have to be able to release. And every day now, like, so much is happening, and this is how I started this video. Like, we're overwhelmed, and we're doing so much, and everything, so much is going on, that on a daily basis, if we're not doing our work, which is energetically releasing, physically, mentally being able to just sit and like come into that quiet space of peace within your heart, allowing your mind to quiet, enter in that space of just being without doing a thing, for our mental health, our physical health, our emotional health. Like, we're just being good and kind to ourselves. in our inner dialogue and our self-talk, and in the way we treat ourselves, body, mind, and spirit. And then spiritually, like, are we connecting to our higher power, to our higher selves, to the planet, to Mother Gaia, to the universe, to the goodness, and to all that is good in this multiverse? Are we connecting? When we can connect, we can feel that spiritual connection. We feel fulfilled within. So there's just different aspects of our being that it's important that we tune in to every day, so we can be okay and just like take back our power and like go through our days without being overwhelmed and stressed out. And I'm speaking for myself because I don't necessarily do that all the time. And I do, I'm pretty good most of the time, but there's days where you like, and that's that sneakiness is like, oh, I'm okay, I can just go about. No, then boom, it's just like one thing after the other. And you're like, oh my God, what's happening? So it always goes back to like, we got to do our work and like and prepare ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Do our work, put on our armor, because this world is intense right now. We're going through so many changes, and with that change comes uncertainty, and sometimes it's all like we don't know what's happening, and we don't feel rooted or solid and secure. And so like we have to find that within our own selves. We have to find that security and that sovereignty and that sure-footedness within our own being first, because everything that we want to see that happen and manifest on the outside and the outer world, it all comes from within us. So us first in the morning, God first, our God selves first. Tune in, tune up, tune out, and then tune back in again, right? It's like we got to tune in, but sometimes we got to expand outward and get that connection to the multiverse, to our higher selves, and to God, and then tune back in so we can anchor that into our being. So that is my talk for today. I hope that was helpful in some way for Physical Friday. Remember, physical exercise is not just about your physical body, but energetically we need to do the releasing. So let's just take one more deep breath together, connecting from my heart to yours. Aloha. See you soon.
The soul fire in me, I give to you. Aho. To learn more about my offerings, visit my website at igniteyoursoulfire.com. Please subscribe to my channel and comment below, my soul family. Thank you for being here on our precious planet Gaia at this time. Your light matters. You matter. You make a difference in the world by just being you. Ahuiho. Until our hearts meet again. You are loved.